In biology, a cell is the fundamental unit of life and the basis for all living things. The size and shape of a cell might change based on its function and where it is located in an organism. A cell membrane encloses them and isolates their internal environment from their external environment. Obtaining nutrition, turning those nutrients into energy, getting rid of waste, and performing specialized tasks like communication and reproduction are just a few of the many tasks that cells in an organism accomplish. From this lesson, we can know the structure of the cell and the name of each common organelle with its functions. In this lesson we focus on eukaryotic cell. An organelle is a unique type of cell structure that serves a particular purpose. Each organelle has a distinct structure and function that contributes to the general operation of the cell and is encircled by a membrane. The nucleus, mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, and chloroplasts are a few examples of organelles in plant cells. To maintain the survival and effective operation of the cell, each organelle cooperates with the others. Here is the example of eukaryotic cell of animal. Organelles within cells make up the complicated structure of cells and collaborate to carry out a variety of tasks. The following list of crucial organelles describes each of their roles. The cell's genetic material, or DNA, is housed in the nucleus, a sizable organelle. The nucleus, which is in charge of manufacturing ribosomes, is located inside the double membrane known as the nuclear envelope. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are tiny organelles that produce proteins in cells. They can be discovered either bound to the endoplasmic reticulum or floating freely in the cytoplasm. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER. The endoplasmic reticulum is a complex network of membranes that is in charge of lipid metabolism, protein synthesis, and intracellular material transport. The two varieties of it are the smooth ER, which is devoid of ribosomes, and the rough ER, which has ribosomes adhering to its surface. Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is in charge of altering, classifying, and packaging proteins and lipids for intracellular transit or extracellular secretion. A vesicle is a tiny sac with the membrane that is present in cells. Vesicles play a role in a number of cellular functions, including as the transport, storing, and secretion of chemicals. Vesicles can be divided into various sorts according to their size and purpose. The most typical vesicle kinds include lysosome, peroxisome, secretory vesicle, transport vesicle, and synaptic vesicle. Most animal cells contain centrioles, which are cylindrical organelles. Microtubules, which are made up of long, thin fibers that help give the cell its shape and structure, are what make up cells. Cell division, the development of cilia and flagella, and other cellular functions are all mediated by centrioles. The organization of the mitotic spindle, which is in charge of yanking the chromosomes apart during cell division, is made possible by the centrioles, which are essential for cell division. Cellular respiration, which is the process by which mitochondria produce energy in the form of ATP, is carried out by mitochondria. They have their own DNA, and it is thought that they descended from free-living bacteria that were ingested by the first eukaryotic cells. Green plants and algae have organelles called chloroplasts in their cells. The process by which plants transform light energy into chemical energy in the form of glucose is known as photosynthesis, and it is their responsibility. A membrane-bound organelle called the vacuole is present in eukaryotic cells. Vacuoles are fluid-filled sacs that are typically larger than other organelles. They provide a number of crucial functions in the cell, including preserving turgor pressure, storing nutrients and waste products, and assisting in intracellular digestion. The cell membrane, which encloses the cell and separates its interior from the external environment, is a thin, flexible barrier. It controls the flow of materials into and out of the cell and is made up of a double layer of lipids and proteins. Certain cell types, such as plant, bacterial, fungal, and some protist cells, have a cell wall, which is a hard covering that encloses the cell membrane. The cell wall serves to preserve the cell's form and offers structural support and protection for the cell. Cellulose, a complex carbohydrate consisting of very long chains of glucose molecules, makes up the majority of the cell wall of plant cells. The cell wall is in charge of preserving the plant cell shape, shielding it from shocks from the environment, and offering structural support for the plant as a whole. The flow of nutrients and water into and out of the cell is another process regulated by the cell wall. These are some of the most significant organelles that can be found in cells, and they each have a unique function in the way the cell works as a whole.